Good afternoon, everybody. So today I wanted to talk to you about what happens when the narcissist knows that you have found them out that they are a narcissist. When you're in a relationship with a narcissist, a lot of times, of course, they have pulled the wool over your eyes, right? You don't know exactly what's going on. You just start to find out they're kind of different. They walk to a different beat. You may be familiar with it, but you can't really put your finger on it. In your mind, you get what's told to you, give them the benefit of the doubt, because the empath generally doesn't judge. We like to give an individual an opportunity, even if we may have heard some things that weren't so favorable in regards to them. It doesn't mean it's always true. So we like to seek out information and knowledge before we decide to deem that an individual may not be what they said. So the empath kind of searches for real, true, hard physical evidence. And in the case of the narcissist, it becomes a problem because the empath, a lot of times, you may not, without your instincts and your intuition on point, you may not get the proper information that you're seeking for if you want hard evidence. And so when you go down the road of getting into a partnership, love partnership with the narcissist, you don't know they're a narcissist, of course. You don't know anything about narcissism, but you start to see that, their words don't match their actions and things like that. And maybe you started to Google some things and found out they are narcissists based on the character that they possess and the tracks that they run. So then at some point you will find them out. And so when you found them out, I think the first thing the empath wants to do is tell narcissists what they are, because you kind of get in your head that maybe they don't know, and maybe we can go get help for them. Well, that's kind of the way most empaths, I think, generally, they just get, at least they're looking for a resolution, because we're fixers and that could be an issue as well. But nevertheless, you're headlong into this and you learn about narcissism, so you generally want to tell them, but that's not a good idea. And of course, everybody on any channel will tell you, don't ever do that if you can help it. You definitely do not want to tell the narcissist when you have figured them out, because what will happen, they will do, I'm going to give you about 7 or 8 things that will occur during this period of time. Once the narcissist knows, because they will know by just in the fact of your fuel levels and the way that you're acting and operating, they're very keen to certain things. And with their paranoia and their anxiety issues and the way that they operate, they're always looking for where they could be posing vulnerabilities that they don't want to, or weaknesses that they're portraying that they don't want to, or understanding where somebody is finding them out because they're fake. They will catch on based on you gray rocking them, and the fuel level that they're able to garner from you is not going to occur anymore. And so that's going to be their number one reason of how they're going to figure it out. Let's say you did tell them. Whatever the case, first, they're going to try to gaslight you and love bomb you back into the relationship by making it seem as if you got them misunderstood, or that you are paranoid and delusional. So this is how it'll kind of start, by them doing things like that. They will gaslight you, they will love bomb you, and they will treat you right for a little while, hoping that they can get you back under the allure by making you understand that you've got things wrong. And sometimes that works for a little while, but generally speaking, once an empath starts to wake up, they continue, but you may be gaslit under it for a while. We call it putting you back to sleep. If it continues, then next will be, with their deep-seated fear and shame, they will lash out, is what comes next. Because if you continue to let them know, or if you then start to gray rock, Generally speaking, they will lash out because they do this out of fear. Then pride comes next, and they defend themselves through the pride. And if they're very abusive, especially physically, it's something that you really want to avoid by even telling them. But just like I said, you're going to not give them fuel. You're going to cut off your fuel lines from them. This is what you're going to start to do. When they start to try to get you to react, you're just not going to do it. And so they're going to see this, and so they're going to lash out because in their fear, anxiety, paranoia, and their deep-seated shame, guilt, and the fact that they are fake and they know it. And now that you know it, it really, this is like a narcissist injury. So this really hurts. This is one that hurts them down to their core because they want their mask to look pristine, and they also want to be able to garner that fuel from you. And when they start to know you're going to wake up, or you're waking up and you're starting to shut off that fuel line, they know that, especially if you're the primary source and you give them 80% of their fuel they get from you, they're going to have to find a new supply. Next will come after the rage and they're lashing out. They may also do things like a silent treatment, or because they're going to be angry with you. So they're going to try to punish you. But next, they're going to start to project. They're going to project what they are onto you, and they're going to tell you that maybe you're the narcissist and that you are doing the things that they are doing, that you're lying or cheating or gaslighting or abusing them. The next thing, they will start to get with their lying monkeys, their team of reporters, their friends, start to tell them bad things about you, especially like when they are doing something bad to you, is what they always tell their family and friends that you are doing to them, that you're causing them. These are things that they will start to project these things out to these individuals just so they can get it set in. I mean, they've done it already for a long time, but they'll start to re-up this and make it fresh in their heads. But they won't start the smear campaign just then. They're just kind of starting to plant the seeds. And then they will go out next and they will find a new supply, or make sure that if they still have you in-house, then they will start to work on getting a new supply prepped, which they probably have already because they always do. So they will work on the next source of supply that they can find, and they will nail them down real good, and then they will devalue, discard you, is what will happen following that. And then from there, they will start a heavy smear campaign. And they will just tell the craziest stories. They will make some up, and some they will stretch the truth into something else, much different, or they will flip situations where they did something to you. So these are the types of things that they will do, and then flip the whole script. That's why you just want to stay away from them, and you really want to go no contact with them if you possibly can, but definitely heavily gray rock if you happen to live with them. But after that, it will just get increasingly worse for a time through the smear campaign. You just don't want to lift a finger when the smear campaign's going on, because if you engage with them, that's what they want. They want it so that they can re-hoover you, or that they can get you to rage out in front of people, or anything to make you get you off kilter. But anything in dealing with a narcissist, especially a malignant one, it's never going to work out in your favor. So the best thing you could do is to do nothing. But listen, this is the deal. They're going to give you time after that. Time, and then they want you to kind of go back to sleep, is what we call it. Maybe they'll give you 6 months to a year if need be. And then they will try to come at you and see if they can get you back, and get you back under the allure and under the same circumstances they once had you under, if you're a good source supply. Because there are people that kind of go back to sleep. They may be addicted to the trauma bond, or they just would rather be abused by the narcissist than be by themselves, because they haven't healed codependency and whatever the narcissist done to bring them down to that level. But that's not what a warrior does. What you want to do is you want to take that time and focus and heal. And if that you got that pain coming at you, man, you feel it, let it burn, y'all. Let it burn. You feel it, you let it burn. And you heal with that. You heal with that, and you grind. You push yourself every day to be the best you can be, man. You elevate yourself and heal. You don't look back. You think about your future and where you're headed, not where you've been, because where you've been is a devalued spot than where you're going. All you got to do is, if you make good decisions every day from here on out, if you head towards the light and out of the darkness, and every decision that you make, from your mind to your body to your spirit to God, everything, work out, eat right, lift weights, read, increase your knowledge and educate, and work on your spiritual life with God. And I'm telling you, man, get you a whole new wardrobe if you have to, get you a new ride, work them extra shifts, because you got to look good too. One way of getting back to narcissists, getting back at them, is you got to look good, y'all. You got to look fly. And the narcissist is going to come back. They're going to come back, and you want them to know that they did this. They wanted this. They asked for this. They caused this. You give them nothing. You give them nothing. You tell them nothing. You let them wonder what happened. They will know that they caused this. They caused you to wake up and to become a warrior. That evil inside them, that the enemy meant for evil, God meant it for good. And so fulfill that promise and live your life and push yourself to be the best you can be. And you won't even think about the narcissist in a year. You'll be trying to find a narcissist and thanking them, because they got you out of your slumber to wake up and to push. You grind now and shine later, y'all. You grind when they sleep, and you grind when they party, y'all. And before you know it, you'll be glowing up, looking good, and you'll be having you'll be starting a new business, and you'll be elevating the levels. You'll be meeting new people, that you'll be rubbing shoulders with people that you never thought you could. So if you can give me a like, subscription, and thumbs up, love y'all. Peace out. Till next time, we out.